Patriots and Saints are on the practice field together behind me right now, choosing his college town for his second day with Lord Stanley's Cup. Tomorrow, the Vermont men's hockey team will complete its season series with Providence. We'll have some local action. The UVM hockey team reacts to a win they got over the weekend. We'll hear from the Catamounts after the break.
But what makes tomorrow's event unique is that there are still 9 miles to go after this obstacle is finished.
Like, you may have played at St. John's, but I played at St. Teresa's, 8th grade. Women's basketball team's real estate season continues. So far, it's been location, 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 as UVM has gone 0-5 on the road, but 2-0 in the comfort of Patrick Gym. For the Patriots dealing with the injuries they've had, they're on a 6-game winning streak. The Panthers are on a mission to get those 2 extra wins that would make them this year's national champions. Last year, the Catamounts' non-conference record was nothing to brag about, but we all know where the challenges of those games led the Cats once America East play rolled around.
Exciting. Sam Lazur joins us now live at Gillette Stadium. And Sam, a very busy and I bet an exciting day for you out there, right?
It was a very exciting day, Lauren. Behind me, it's quiet right now, but this afternoon, it was star power to the max as the Patriots and Saints practiced together. And of course, that's only something that can happen during the preseason. And actually having somebody else to hit was just the shot of energy New England needed after 2 long weeks of camp. The Patriots have had enough of beating up on themselves, and a visit from the Saints for joint practice is enough to put a jump in Bill Belichick's step.
Great to work with the Saints. Great organization.
For the players who are still moving past a loss in the Super Bowl, finally having a different jersey in front of them is the easiest way to get back to business.
It was very competitive out there today, and I believe we got so much out of it. Myself, I felt like I got a lot out of it too.
For tight end Rob Gronkowski, it's also a chance to put a very lively offseason and, more importantly, an ankle injury behind him.
Trying to profess, and everything's going well, and just ready for the next day to go 100% too.
The other side of the ball really got to work out. While preseason means that the starters won't be in for the whole game, the Patriots are looking to show that their 31st ranked defense from last year has improved, and they'll have to do it against a very explosive Saints offense.
Offensively, they're very, very, very good. And, going against them, seeing Brady and now Breeze, it's tough matchups for this defense, but, they can make us better.
But for Bill Belichick's team, preseason is all about being prepared for another championship run. And spending most of the week with an NFC contender should do just that.
Instead of just playing one game against a team like this, we really get 3 good days of work against them, so we'll try to take advantage of that.
Now, the Saints have already played 1 preseason game, so they were pretty sharp. The Patriots admittedly have some kinks to work out, but as we move closer to Thursday night's kickoff, they just want to get a little bit better one day at a time. Tonight, we are live at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Sam Lazur, ABC 22 News.
Oh, Sam, of course.
Now, sports with Sam Lazur.
A big day in local sports on so many levels. We'll start with UVM hockey as the men continue to fight for their playoff lives, while the women have playoff life for the first time ever. Kevin Snedden's club comes into the night 1 point ahead of potentially missing the playoffs as they try to get a weekend split against BU. And the Catamounts come away with a huge 5-2 win. UVM now has a 3-point playoff cushion with 2 games to go in the regular season. Meanwhile, the first ever UVM women's hockey postseason game goes down as a loss. Vermont falls to Northeastern 5-1 in the quarterfinals. In Division III hockey, it's not the best matchup as Norwich goes for a 4th straight ECAC East championship. Of the 3 games Norwich did not win this year, Babson is responsible for 2 of them. That includes a 4-1 Beavers win at Kreitzberg Arena in January. First period, 3 minutes into the game, Babson, with a bad giveaway behind the net, Colin Mulvey snags the puck. He sends it to Travis Janke, who fires it home. The Cadets quickly grab a 1-0 lead. Still in the first period, Babson's Matt Lear puts it in front. Trevor Hines taps it in. We've got a tie game. It is 1-1. We stay in the first period. A little later, Babson wins the faceoff right to Jared Weiderman. He scores from the point. The Beavers take a 2-1 lead after the first 20 minutes. Move to the second period now. Norwich looking for the equalizer. Zeke Testa makes the glove save. He stopped the rest of them. Babson wins 2-1. Well, if familiarity breeds contempt, then the SUNYAC championship game is not for the faint of heart. Plattsburgh State makes its 22nd consecutive finals appearance against an Oswego team they're meeting for the 13th time at this stage. The Cardinals won both regular season meetings this year, but the Lakers come out strong on home ice. First period, Tyler Limebrock with the one-timer over the glove hand to get the scoring started. It's 1-0. Second period, Luke Moody walks in and throws it in front. It deflects its way past Matthew Cadeau. A tough break for the Cardinals. A nice home bounce for the Lakers. It's 2-0 Oswego. Now, 3-0 in the third. The Plattsburgh net is empty. A great effort to block the first shot, but then John Whitelaw is able to finish. That kind of night for the Cardinals. They fall in the championship game 4-0. In the NESCAC semis today, Middlebury's run ends at Bowdoin as the Polar Bears win 4-2. On the women's side, Plattsburgh and Norwich are two of the national favorites. They both advanced to their respective conference finals with 5-0 wins today. And Middlebury rolls into the NESCAC championship game. The Panthers beat Connecticut College 4-1. Well, for the 6th straight year, the Middlebury men's basketball team is in the NCAA tournament. The Panthers only lost one home game this year and are looking to use the Pepin Gym advantage in the first round. Middlebury playing host to Commonwealth Coast Conference champion Curry. First half, Panthers already up by 4. Jake Wolfen gets the rebound. He takes it coast to coast, back the other way and lays it in for 2. Nicely done right there as the Panther lead is 6. Middlebury controlling the first half throughout. Wolfen sends it ahead to Joey Keisel. And check out the nice pass up top. He goes to Nate Bullock for the layup. It's 31-19 at halftime, all home team. But in the second half, here comes Curry. Sedale Jones hits the long 2. That cuts it to a 31-21 game, and it kind of starts the comeback a little bit. A.J. Stevens drives hard for the basket and the foul. The Colonels would cut the lead down to 1, but Middlebury eventually holds them off. Jack Roberts nets 2 more for the Panthers. They go on to get the win 68-66. Plattsburgh also gets a win in the first round tonight, 84-63 over Husson. The Cardinals will travel to play Amherst in the second round. That game will be next Saturday. Well, who will make history? It's quarterfinal day in boys basketball, and one game puts the madness into March. 13 seed Mount Anthony and 12th ranked Burlington both got first round upsets to set the stage for something that's never been done before. Today's winner would be the first number 12 or 13 seed to reach the semifinals and the lowest seed to do it since 1985. Burlington probably never could have imagined they would have a home game at this point, but they do, and they come out shooting. First possession of the game, Jervon Montgomery kicks it out to Ryan Bora for 3. The Seahorses send an early message. Now they get a little bit fancy. On the break, check out Josh Hale. He goes around the back and between the legs for the basket. He gets the foul. It does not get any prettier than that. 14-6 after 1. Here come the Patriots in the second quarter. Arian Bibbins finds James Levin open for a triple. MAU now jumps on top after a 10-0 run, but that lead is short-lived. Montgomery firing away from long range. The Seahorses opened it up. They cruise into the semis 61-42. Rice has been to at least the semis 6 of the last 7 years. Spalding hasn't been that far since 06. This one is a tussle. Third quarter, Harrison Bailey knocks down a 3. Crimson Tide on top 35-34. But there's plenty more lead changes coming. That's Arnold Bankier with the drive for 2. Rice moves back ahead. To the fourth quarter we go. Tied at 46. John Killian cuts back door. Count that basket. Add a free throw. Spalding is up by 3. Final minute of the game now. Rice now up by 1. Nate Shungu hustles to the loose ball. He lays it in. 3-point game for Rice with 20 seconds left. So Spalding's in desperation mode. The first shot misses. Bailey scoops up the rebound for the tie. He hits it, but a timeout was called before he let it go. Bailey can't believe the news. So they get one more try. Evan Grubbs is the man to take it, but it hits the rim. Rice rebounds. They survive to win a wild one, 52-49. All of the higher high school seeds win today. Number 1 St. Johnsbury handles Missisquoi 83-52, and Rutland takes care of Essex 66-48. One college women's game to tell you about. Vermont falls to Hartford 59-33. The Cats will be the number 6 seed in the conference tournament and will play UMBC in Friday's quarterfinals. We are off and running in the month of March. Hockey, basketball, high school, college, it all comes crashing down in March. It's such a fun month. A great start today.
Busy day for you, Sam.
It was.
All right, thanks so much.
As a junior at Plattsburgh State, Teal Gove is familiar with playing Norwich. But at the opening puck drop last night, she stared down a familiar face.
It's an exciting game. I know we've both been looking forward to it.
Younger sister Tyne is a freshman at Norwich. They grew up in Ontario, came through the same hockey academy and club team, yet
it was never on the same team or against each other because of that 2-year difference, so this is really the first time that we're going to be on the ice together.
Tyne could have chosen to join forces with Teal at Plattsburgh State, but decided it was time to step out of her shadow.
Instead of kind of following my sister, it's nice to be at my own place and do my own thing. So Norwich did fit me really well, but it partially had to do with her not being here, I guess.
For the sisters, it was very easy to stay competitive. It was much harder for their parents in the audience watching them go head-to-head for the first time.
They're just hoping for a tie
And both of us score.
Tyne did her part to keep mom and dad happy, scoring in the third period to force overtime. But in OT, the tie vanished and the younger sister came out on top, giving her what she really wanted.
Bragging rights till the next game.
That will be February 8th on Teal's home rink in Plattsburgh. In Northfield, Vermont, Sam Lazur, ABC 22 Local News.
Sam Lazur has more from Albany.
It was anything but routine for the Catamounts in the quarterfinals. As they expected, New Hampshire came ready to play. But the defending champs can take a punch, and even though it took more than 20 minutes of basketball, the real Catamounts eventually showed up. Vermont looking for an 11th semifinal appearance in the last 12 years, but UNH never trailed in the first half. Scott Morris takes it away and throws it down. Then he gives Camden Rusin an earful on the way back down the floor. So a little later, Rusin says, "Take that," and hits a 15-footer to tie it up at 18. Final minutes of the half, though, Patrick Conan knocks down back-to-back three-pointers. The Wildcats take a 6-point lead into the halftime break, thinking upset. It all changes from there. Vermont battling back as Trey Blue gets a tough shot to go for 2 of his 8 points. A minute and a half later, tied at 31, Sandro Carissimo pulls up for a triple, and finally, UVM grabs its first lead, 34-31. Then it's back to Rusin, a 3-ball with the shot clock winding down. He had 14 in his tournament debut. Cats up 6. Then the exclamation point comes with 9 minutes left. Brian Vokel up top, Luke Apfeld with the big finish. Vermont cruises into the semifinals 61-42. Becker also said that if his team moves forward playing the way they did in the second half today, he can be happy with any result, but he also added that that would make them pretty tough to beat. Semifinal Sunday is all set. The UVM women get things going at 11 a.m. against Hartford. The men then tip off at 5 p.m. against UMBC. We will have it all covered for you, but for right now in Albany, Sam Lazur, Fox 44 News.
All right, thanks, Sam.
In the coming weeks, 2 basketball-playing sisters will spend an eternity together in the Winooski High School record books. With 63 more points, the over 40-year history of Winooski girls basketball will have 2 1,000-point scorers. And they grew up under the same roof.
It means a lot because, I mean, every time someone asks, it's like, oh yeah, your sister, but then now I can be compared to like one of Winooski's best ball players. Yeah.
Brianna Robert is a senior since 2004, and only for a little longer, her sister Bobby is alone on the milestone banner.
It was a great night. I remember exactly when I scored it, so I won't ever forget it.
Brianna says she looks at the banner every day and is motivated by it, but it's the sibling rivalry of styles that both say makes the Milestone family reunion more special.
We're completely different basketball players, but to reach the same milestone, it means a lot.
The common thread, Tom Prim, who says Bobby was a natural scorer, but that he needed to coax the younger Robert to expand her distributing nature.
She was a point guard, but she wasn't shooting this. She had to step up and start shooting more to make people respect her, the all-around game.
It's worked, and whenever 1,000 is reached, Bobby will be there to see it. But until then, they won't really discuss it, because after all, they are sisters.
She doesn't like to talk to me about the games because I criticize her, so she doesn't really talk to me about the games.
That's great stuff right there. Brianna says she's not shooting for Bobby's record of 1,289 points, and that beyond reaching this milestone, her #1 goal for the season is to lead the Spartans to a Division III championship.